everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Savannah if you are new here. If not, then welcome back. Today's video is really fun and exciting. You already know what it is by the title of today's video, but we are going to be recreating Alabama Barker's makeup routine. I have been wanting to recreate her makeup routine for so long now, literally ever since it came out, but even before then, before she had the makeup routine out, I love her makeup. I feel like it just looks so flawless, it looks so good, and I've always just wanted to know the routine. So now that we've got it on the YouTube, I'm going to try to recreate it, and we're going to see if it turns out the same. I think our makeup routines are pretty similar, or I feel like we do like similar looking makeup, so I don't think this will be too far-fetched out of like my full glam routine, which if you guys would like to see my full glam routine, then let me know in the comments down below or give this video a thumbs up. But today we're gonna be recreating Alabama's makeup routine, so let's get into it. I curled my hair for this video, but it's already looking really gross, so please don't mind that. I'll probably like touch it up and stuff before I do like our final results and everything. But I have her video pulled up right here, and we're just basically gonna be going through and watching her video and doing our makeup at the same time. So let's get into it. I'm pretty sure she starts with brows first. I really hope I don't get like makeup all over my
brows
laptop.
first.
Okay.
And it's the right way, and it looks amazing. So let's get right into it.
She's so pretty without makeup too,
guys,
though.
yeah, just fill in the ends and shape them how you would like. I do not touch. I won't let a makeup artist touch. I won't touch the front of my eyebrows. It's not my thing, not my mojo. I'm just not a big fan.
Okay, so period. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of the makeup that she's about to use in this routine, so we're gonna just use what we have. She uses a Kosas brow pencil, but I'm gonna be using the NYX micro brow pencil. Girl, let me get a mirror because it's a little too far away for me. I have my mirror right here, but it's a little too far for the brows, so ooh girl, I need to get my brows waxed or threaded. What do y'all like better? Do y'all like waxing or threading better? Because I used to get my eyebrows waxed when I was younger, but I've gotten them threaded like I think one time before and never again after that, because literally that shit is painful. But Miss Alabama said that she only fills in the end of her brow and not the front. She says it's not her thing and she don't touch the front of her brows. So I'm just gonna so lightly, I will say every single time like I look at her makeup, her brows are so light and natural. So we're gonna do the same thing today. I'm just gonna keep it very natural, and I'm only gonna fill in the ends of my eyebrows. I just finished my eyebrows. This is what we are working with. My eyebrows are a lot darker than her brows though, so already I feel like those don't look the same.
Brow fades, and it kind of freaked me out. And it was like a bushy brow fades where like you didn't know they were bushy. So now that...
Okay, so it looks like she goes over her brows with a clear brow gel. I do not know which brow gel she just used, nor do I think I have it. So I'm just gonna use the Milk Makeup Cush Clear Brow Gel. I love this brow gel, it's super good. I've been actually using this one a lot in my personal routine. We're just going to apply a little bit of this on top. There's that step. Now the next step that she says that she does is her eyelids. So she basically goes in with Born This Way concealer.
We're gonna focus.
Shade Almond. I wish I had that concealer because that concealer is actually so good. I used to use it, but I no longer have it, so we're just gonna have to work with what we've got. And I'm like really pale, which she's pale too, but I feel like she be using makeup that's darker for her, but I swear she's just as pale as me. Anyways, I'm gonna use this concealer. This is the CoverGirl True Blend concealer, and what does she do?
This is so cute. I love it. The packaging, I've been using this for years. Like when I say years, like this is my all-time rock. Blend out my eyelids with a damp, wet-ish beauty blender. Oh wait,
she doesn't even cut out her eyebrows. All she uses is concealer, and then she just blends it. Okay, I'm gonna trust the process, but I'm nervous because I usually always like cut out my brows, but she like kind of cut out her brow with the concealer. So let's try to do that. Okay, that's actually not bad, but I have this all in my lashes now. I didn't put any primer on either. Did she do primer? Y'all, I'm just going with the flow. I'm literally going with whatever she says. Hopefully also this angle and camera setup is not bad. I'm using my big camera today to film this with like my mic and everything, so hopefully you guys like the quality and whatnot. Oh my god, I was eating ramen with crushed peppers in it earlier, and oh my god, one just went down my throat. Oh, girl, there ain't no water in there. Wait, does she blend it just straight?
My trick is, like,
yeah.
I like to bring it into the brow. I don't know if that's weird, but it's my thing. I don't like my brows to be dark. I've been through every brow stage you can literally ever imagine. And it's a little scary if you ask me. Okay.
Okay, we don't want our brows to be dark. My brows are fucking dark. She says she takes a little bit of her concealer and basically like puts it up into her brow, like at the front. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Concealer is now blended in and I did the whole brow thing. I feel like my brows look weird as bulk. Like they look weird. I feel like it's really cool though to like do different people's makeup routines and like see how their routine looks on you. Certain makeup tips work for certain people and some makeup tips do not work for others. So to each their own. Everybody has their own like way of things and flow of things. So just do whatever floats your boat and like what works best for you. But it's still cool to like try new routines out and different techniques out.
I'll literally pick whatever. The Puff Puff Pass powder has been very popular lately. I was kind of on it before everybody. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on this brush and lightly tap it on my eyelids.
Okay, so she says she takes a little bit of some setting powder and taps it on her lids. I'm just gonna use this little Becca Champagne, not Becca Champagne, what am I talking about? Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. She uses a more dense brush, but I don't really have a brush that looks like that. So I'm just gonna use this fluffy Real Techniques brush and just set my eyes just like Bama. Okay, cute, we're done with that step. Now on to the next.
We'll give you guys the colors though. It's called Win Win. It's a light brown shade, if you can see. I'm just gonna go in on the creases.
We're on eyeshadow now, and she shows the palette that she uses, which is a Morphe palette, but she doesn't show like the actual color that she's using. So I don't really know, I guess, how to like pinpoint what the actual shades that she's using look like. Since her eyeshadow is very, very natural, and it usually always is, like she never really goes super heavy on the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna use this Too Faced Natural Matte palette. I've had this palette for so long, but I feel like I'll be able to create the same kind of look with these colors, hopefully. If I need anything else, then I have like other palettes. So she starts off with like a really, really fluffy brush, and she uses a really, really light color. So I'm gonna use this one right here. I already kind of feel like this is coming out a little bit darker than hers, so I'm trying to kind of go in and blend it out because I just feel like I'm a little bit more heavy-handed than her. I am pretty fucking heavy-handed.
And the shade right next to Win Win is called Open Mind, and it's like a burnt orange. And I'll just put a little bit of that. Just depending on my mood, I will either go with a more gray tone or a more burnt.
Okay, so she said that she went in with a more like orangey, burnt orange kind of color. I think I'm just gonna stick with this palette, but I'm gonna just use really, really light amounts of it. And I'm gonna use Honey Butter because she said she used like a kind of burnt orange shade. So I'm gonna just try to apply a little bit of Honey Butter on the end of this. I really, really, really want this to come out like as close as her makeup as possible, because I want to see if her routine is just really that good.
Thing is a really amazing eyeliner that I've been into, which will be the Fenty Beauty Long Wear Liquid Eyeliner. She's not kidding when she says long wear, let me tell you.
Okay, period. That's it. That's all the eyeshadow she does. This is it. Which I know it was minimal, but like damn, it's really minimal. This is the part that's different than my makeup routine. I really do not do eyeshadow like that. I'll usually just put like my bronzer or my blush or something in my eyes. I don't really like do eyeshadow every time, but it is a step that hopefully I will incorporate more often, because if this looks bomb as fuck, then I'm gonna have to steal the eyeshadow routine, Bama. Now moving on to eyeliner. I have these two, so we're gonna try these. I'm literally gonna like watch this firsthand how she does this, because I don't know how to do it.
With eyeliner, what I like to do is, I hope you guys can see, yeah, you can see, is start like right where your eye ends, like right there. This is how I learned to do my eyeliner in a matter of like 5 seconds. From up there.
Okay.
connect it and make sure the line's nice and...
So she starts from like the base and then just connects it. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I don't know which eyeliner I want to use. I feel like this one looks really similar to the one that she's using. So maybe we'll try her first. And if the Wander Beauty one don't work, the Tarteist one will work. I love the Tarteist one. It's so good. Okay, so she starts like that and goes down. I really don't think this eyeliner is gonna work. Yo, I'm trying so hard right now to do this eyeliner and it's not fucking working. Like literally, it's messed up so bad right now. I'm really trying to do this eyeliner right now, but y'all, I'm not good at it. I'm really not good at it, and I feel like this is gonna look so uneven. Hers looks like a lot cleaner and like sharper. So I think I'm gonna try to take like, I don't know, like maybe like a Q-tip or something and try to clean it up. I'm gonna attempt to do the other side now. I doubt that this is gonna go well. Yeah, mine are cousins too. Mine are cousins too. That's the best I can do. They're definitely not fucking sisters, friends. They're cousins, distant cousins at that. This is what we're gonna go with.
Dark brown in the palette, you will know if you know. Just to darken the crease a bit more, because say I was going out to dinner, I definitely want a little bit of a darker eye.
After she did her eyeliner, she did a little bit of a darker shade. So I'm literally just going to take Cashmere Bunny. Like I said, I'm using super light colors because I feel like hers is all very light. But this is a little bit darker. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Cashmere Bunny. And she does use a lot of Morphe brushes. So I'm using Morphe brushes as well. This is the Morphe M518 brush. This one is so good. I feel like this literally looks exactly like it.
This girl right here is a life changer. She is beautiful. Even though I don't know if she does anything, I love her. So I'll go in with about a pump in my hand.
She uses the Matte Crime Skin Base Visage or something like that. I don't know, but it looks similar to this, and this is Good Molecules. Good Molecules silicone free priming moisturizer, which I don't know if they even sell this product anymore. Like, I know they sell it in bundles, but I was trying to tag this for you guys in my magic links, and for some reason it was not working. So I don't know if they sell this or not anymore, but if they do, this product is really good. So I'm going to apply this all over just like Bama did. The next step in her routine is foundation. And for foundation, I'm gonna be using my Charlotte Tilbury Airless Flawless Filter. She uses the MAC foundation, but this is my go-to, my favorite foundation. She also uses one of these brushes to apply her foundation, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do as well. The only thing I literally hate about this foundation, and every time I use it I literally can't think of anything else, is that it smells like paint. I'm about to use this big ass beauty blender, but now once she has applied her foundation, she goes in with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, and blends it in.
Going this way. This is the bomb right here. I don't think you guys get it. With this, I will use the applicator because it's mine. If you don't want such a heavy amount, maybe don't use that. So this is how I will lay it. I'll just make sure to go inside the nose crevices. I feel like that really matters. In between the brows, the chin, and above the lip. Then this is the shade Cloud by Going This Way. I put a little bit. It's really...
Okay, now we're gonna be moving into concealer. She uses two different concealer shades. She uses like a super light one and a little bit of a darker one. So we're gonna see how this turns out. So I have these Fit Me concealers that I just happen to have like the same. I really wish I had the Born This Way one. I'm gonna have to go back to the store and get it. But this is in the shade, this one's the second lightest shade, Ivory. This one is Cool Ivory. So I'm gonna use Ivory first, and we're gonna go in. See, I feel like this is like dark as fuck. She puts concealer right here and all right here. She does her chin. She does right here as well. I'm not gonna do too much because I feel like this is not gonna look right on me. And then she does some on the forehead as well as some on the nose. Then she goes in with the lighter shade, which this one is Cool Ivory, and she goes back in with a little bit of this. And I feel like the shade that she's using is a lot lighter. She's using Cloud. I do not have that, so we're gonna just try to use this. I just need it to be light enough to show up. Now we're gonna blend. Oh wait, no, we don't. We don't blend yet.
I will go in with my, I will use the MAC Fix Plus
setting spray first, and we're gonna set the face
while it is not blended. This is
so I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury because I don't have the Max Fix Plus. After that, she goes in with her fan and just kind of like fans her face. Now we're just gonna blend everything out.
This bronzer and just work it into my cheeks. It is so pigmented, you guys. It's insane. Then I will do it on.
Next, she goes in with a little cream contour. Usually, recently, I have been using this Fenty by Rihanna one, but I think I'm actually gonna go back to the Rare Beauty for the day because it's a little bit bigger and I feel like it looks more like the same color that she used. And this is in the shade Power Boost. I do not have a brush that looks just like that one, so I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. stipple brush and I'm gonna go in and just kind of take some of the product on the brush. I feel like that's kind of a lot. I'm gonna tap it on, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna tap on the back of the hand just to kind of a lighter pigment to it, and then I'm just gonna go in with this on the cheek. I really do like this technique though, like using the cream product with a brush instead of like applying it directly to your face. Dwayne had actually been telling me to do that and I never do it. It's so much quicker to just apply it to your face and then blend it in after, but I do like the finish a little bit better actually from doing it this way. I'm just taking a little bit from the back of my hand and then just working my way in. This does help with like a little bit goes a long way, so you can definitely like control the product a lot more by doing this, and you don't have to just kind of like blend it out on your face. You don't have to use as much product because you're just basically going with however much you feel like looks good. Then we're gonna go back in with the beauty blender just to kind of blend everything all together.
Go on the bridge of your nose, pinch it. Boom, chakalaka.
Now for her nose contour, she uses a brush like this one, rounded concealer brush, but she uses that same product, her same bronzer. Let me zoom y'all in real quick so we can do this up close and personal together. I will say the skin does not look too bad. I do have this fat pimple right here, which we need her to go away, and the eyeliner is looking real fucked up for my concealer, but other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so she goes in like literally right about here. I feel like that looks awful, but that's as best as we can get it, so we're just gonna work with that. And then she says to take in your like beauty blender that you have your concealer and all of that on and just kind of blend it out.
Next is my MAC blush, and this is a cream blush, and this is in the shade Heart and Heat Index.
Next, she goes in with a cream blush. I have this really pretty Cupid Cheek Duo by Natasha Denona, and I feel like this one kind of looks a little bit similar. This is in the cream blush glow cream base. Anyways, again, I do not have a freaking brush, so I'm gonna just use my favorite foundation brush. We're gonna apply it with this because I do not have a shit ton of brushes like her. She literally has so many brushes like in this video. Why did I just do that? Bitch, it's not powder. I'm like looking at all her brushes in the background and she has a good amount of brushes.
I'm gonna put a little bit more the cloud shade right under my eye and let it sit for a good second.
Then she goes back in with a little bit of her lightest concealer shade. This is like step by step following this routine, and I'm doing it to the T, y'all, because like I said, I've been wanting to try her routine out for a little minute now. So we just put a little bit of lighter concealer back there.
This is the EF1 by Mario double-sided brush, and right under the nose with the contour to give a more buttony nose effect, like Rudolph. Blend it in.
Now we're gonna go back in with our cream contour, and she says to apply this to the bottom of the nose. And when I do my nose contour, I do the sides and I also do the bottom, but I also put like a little line right here because I feel like that really is what gives it that buttony look. But she just puts it underneath her nose, so that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Is blend that under eye.
Now we're going in to blend out this under eye concealer. She says she really likes her under eyes to be like super bright and not dark at all. I agree. I do like a bright under eye as well, especially being a paler woman. It's kind of hard to get like that super bright under eye because bitch, I'm already bright. My whole face is bright. It is kind of hard to get that like bright under eye, but it always looks so good whenever your makeup like is completely done. Finally, we're moving on to setting the under eyes. So for me, what I set with with is this Makeup Revolution setting powder in translucent. I do have the Laura Mercier one. I believe she uses the Fenty one, but this Laura Mercier one is a little bit too yellow for me. So I'm basically going to take the Laura Mercier and a little bit of this Makeup Revolution one, and I'm just going to mix that together. And then I have the same little puff that she uses. If you do not have one of these, you need one ASAP. Yeah, what's going on here? But like my eyes are not really creasing that bad. Maybe I need to start doing that like spray step more often, because I will say my under eyes did not crease as bad. She goes in with her little powder puff and bakes underneath her eyes, and also kind of carves out her nose a little bit.
Then I will go in with a little bit of the Huda Beauty setting powder. This is the pink one in Cupcake. This is actually a little bit newer to my makeup, so I am still learning to love it. I'm not that familiar with it yet.
Next, she goes in with a pink setting powder, the Huda Beauty pink Cupcake one, but I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder as well in a pink shade. I really want to get the Maybelline pink under eye concealer. That's like on my next to do to try. I don't know, my face just looks like hella dry and like spotty. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Hopefully this focuses and y'all can see, but do y'all see like how dry my under eyes are? Well, obviously I have powder on, but they just like, they look hella dry. Next, she does her eyelashes, which eyelashes are gonna take me a fat ass minute, so I'm gonna actually just do my eyelashes off camera because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to do that quickly on camera, and I am already running out of battery, so I'm just gonna do my lashes off camera. But one thing I have noticed about Bama when she does her lashes is that she doesn't really like do a lash like across the full lash. She does lashes like, I would say like her lash usually starts like right here and back. Like she doesn't do a full lash across like the full line, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna try to do that as well. I'm actually gonna use my favorite lashes. These are by Shein. I do not have the package or anything like that anymore, so yeah, this is just them. They're really messed up and gross, but I'm gonna buy some new ones. We are finally back. I just finished my lashes and I went ahead and cut them a little bit shorter so that way they could be like more on the outer part of my eye. I still feel like these are a little bit too fluffy for how Alabama does hers. Like I really like this eye. The only issue I'm really having right now with this eye is that the inner corner's lifting hella, but these are just like a lot more fluffy full than what hers are. I feel like hers are a lot more like wispy and where you can still see her eyelid. Now she goes in with a little brush and just dust off all this powder. I am so ready to do this because my face is so dry from how much powder I put on.
So I start by overlining bottom lip, doing it like that and like that. So that is Nude Truffle.
For her lips, she says she does have like a very different lip routine every time. Like I think this is going to be the closest lip liner to the shade that she used, and this is the Fenty Beauty Cocoa lip liner. So I just went in with that brown color and added that. Now I'm going in with the shade Latte by the same brand, and this is a little bit of a pinker brown shade, and I'm going to just add that on top of that layer.
Right now is this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, I think, long wear matte bronzer. So I'll go in with this in circular motions. I do like a bigger brush for certain areas, but for like tiny areas, I do love this guy.
Next step she's going in with is bronzer. I already have my bronzing palette open. I'm gonna just use the One Size Bronzer Trio. This is the lightest one they have. Yeah, the light trio, and I'm using the shade Attention Needed. Honestly, I feel like all three of these colors look the damn same. This palette is very pigmented, so I'm just going to go in with a very small amount. And I'm gonna go with the same brush that I used for my eyeshadow, and she just goes in and goes over her little nose contour. The final touch that she does for her eyes is she goes back in with some eyeshadow and she just darkens up the underneath. So I'm gonna mix Cashmere Bunny and Honey Butter, and she says she just goes on the very outside edge of her eye. She does not take it into the inner corner. Next step she did was her blush, and she actually used a Kylie blush, so I think that's what I'm gonna do today as well. I I have the Kylie Close to Perfect blush. She uses such a little amount of blush, and I use a very heavy hand when it comes to blush. So I'm gonna try to not go super heavy-handed. I mean, I already feel like I have like blush on. I feel like it already looks a little blushy, but it looks like she barely has any blush on, and that's just not me. I love blush. Like, I love blush so much. I don't care if I look like a clown. Like, it's just one of my favorite products. For her lips, she goes back in with her concealer, and she just goes in with this and puts this on her lips. I feel like this lip looks literally exactly like hers. Like, exactly like hers.
I'm 456 brush, and I know you guys are gonna call me crazy. Put a little bit of your MAC Fix Plus brush that I'm just going to use, put it in the highlighter to make sure you get it.
For highlighter, I'm going to use that same Natasha Denona palette because I feel like this shade looks a little bit similar to the one that she used. She did specify and say that highlighter doesn't really matter. She does different highlighters all the time, as well as she said her lips. She said for her lips as well, she like mixes stuff a lot, but she takes a little bit of her spray, goes down the bridge of her nose, and then does a little bit of a dot on the tip of her nose to give like a button effect. Then the rest of the areas that she highlights in is like the inner corner. She said she also does a little bit on the brow bone as well. I feel like, I don't know, like it looks the same, but it also doesn't.
I might just use this Comb Juicy Tubes. These are my favorite lip glosses. I'm gonna just go like this.
Now she goes in with lip gloss. She used like a light pink lip gloss shade, but I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna use this clear lip gloss that actually a subscriber sent to me. It's her own little makeup line, Annalise Beauty Co. Now we're gonna set our face. She goes in with 2 setting sprays, so I'm gonna use 2 as well. This Charlotte Tilbury one, as well as this Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Then we're gonna go in with our fan, of course, and just fan this out. And here is the final look. I think it looks similar, but we just have very, very different face shapes. So I think I'm gonna have to try this again in like my free time so I can like really, really perfect it. But I do adore the way she does her makeup. I think the way she does her makeup suits her face so well, and it just looks so, so good. It's like full glam, but also like still very, very natural in the same breath. I just love it. I just love the way it looks. So I really wanted to recreate it today, and I had so much fun filming this video. If you guys liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below to join the Sav Nation and become part of the family. But with all that being said, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!